going on here, Neko?
Just to line up to walk the track. Syndicate needs to get their special team photo in the start gate. So once they're done with this, then we can walk the track. It's a lot harder pack than it was last year. It was all fresh last year, so it was pretty soft. But the surface is pretty hard packed. It's supposed to rain for race day. Worlds is 4 days, so first 2 days look dry, second 2 days look like a chance of rain, so we'll see. But to start with, it'll be really fun and dry. Just headed up for practice between quali and race. We're staying at MTV Beds again this week. They're taking great care of us, and it's just a nice little 15-minute pedal up the road to Leger. So be a nice little warm-up before we get on track. Quali's pretty relaxed at World Champs. They take a lot more people, so just get through the clean run, learn the track, and we'll see what happens with the weather. If it rains here with all the steep sections and the routes, it's going to be a completely different race. Yeah, weekend was good here at Worlds. I had a clean race run. I'd say I have a tendency to overbrake on steep tracks. Not that they don't suit me, but I just never quite nail it on the steep ones. But nonetheless, the track was super fun to ride. I enjoyed racing here. Racing my own bike at World Champs was super special. And yeah, looking forward to World Cup Finals. Val Di Sole is one of my favorites.
Le Français, mais maintenant c'est au tour de l'homme.
Track walk, Val Di Sole. Val Di Pizza. World Cup Finals came around quicker than we thought. Seems like just yesterday we were in Lourdes, but we're out here checking out the hardest track of the year.
I know I won.
So the last European trip of the year ended with two of the best tracks of the season, in my opinion. Both these last two tracks were proper to test the bike on. Val Di Sole is the hardest track of the season. I think every rider would tell you that. It's a really steep race course that has a mix of roots and rocks and soft dirt that changes a lot throughout the weekend. But after having this route raced on since, I guess, the 2016 Worlds, it's gotten pretty beat, which in some ways isn't the most fun thing to ride, but in other ways is a real proper test for the bike and the riders. I think a lot of people struggle with bike setup at Val Di Sole because it's such a long track without a break at a sustained grade with sharp square edge hits and huge compressions. So you want the bike to sit up in the compressions, but also absorb some of those really harsh impacts. You're asking it to do two completely different things at the same time. Ancho and I were running the data acquisition this weekend on the track, and it showed good numbers. It looked like our bike was working well. Didn't always feel like that to me. I don't think anyone felt good out there, but the bike was predictable nonetheless, and I was really happy with how it performed on the track.
Tell your children not to do what I spend your lives in sin and misery in the house.
One special thing we did for this race was run the new Galfer Shark Disc rotors. Normally you use their standard wave rotors, which have a really sharp bite, but the new prototypes have a better heat dissipation. So on tracks like this that are sustained and steep, and the steepest parts are at the end of the run, having the rotors dissipate heat keeps the brakes consistent through the run.
I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain.
Today was really good. I got a little bit lucky in my run. I raced before the heavy rain started, so the track wasn't too bad. Got arm pump at the bottom. I've been dealing with that on this track for the past couple of years. I think everybody does, but my splits were really good. It's 14th at the first two splits and then started to fade back at the end. Ended up 31st on the day, which is my best result of the season. Best result in the past 2 years, I think. So yeah, nothing special, but nice to see some glimmer of hope that I'm riding well. And I think with a 9-month off season and having this year under our belt, we can come back and have an even better season next year.
What's the plan now for the next few weeks?
Well, this marks the last race in Europe, end of the World Cup season. So pack up, fly home with as much of the spares and everything as we can, and then 2 weeks until the US Open. That'll be our last race of the year, and looking forward to it. Last time the US Open was in Killington, and last time I raced it, I won, which was pretty cool. And it'll be sweet to do that race on the East Coast and in Vermont, where my bike was made. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fans. So stoked to head up there.